that's actually quite a cool photo. I might actually take one like that.
Welcome back to week 5 of the 52 Frames Challenge. And the theme this week is Shoot From Below. It's a jam-packed video where I take a photo I probably wouldn't have if it wasn't for these videos. I get chased away by a security guard and end up visiting one of the few camera-friendly spots around Dubai. I give you a sneak peek into one of our favorite coffee shops in Dubai, and in post-production, I'll show you how to turn on a light that's switched off in your photo. I would like to start off this week's planning by giving you the difference between shoot from below and shoot from low. Shoot from below is that you look up to something. You tilt your camera and point it upwards. Whereas shoot from low is you get down on the ground, eye level with the ground, like Anne's point of view. This theme thus is the perfect challenge for Dubai with all of its record-breaking skyscrapers. The most obvious one is probably the Burj Khalifa, but it's too obvious and photographed so many times. And I do think Dubai has more skyscrapers to offer, which is worthy of being photographed. The one I chose, I'll keep a secret a little bit longer for now. A quick side note on how that morning went down. The initial plan was that we would get up early, go for breakfast and coffee, then I would drop off Tarsus at the airport. After the drop-off, I would head out to go and take my photo. The reality was that we did get up early, but Tarsus realized his flight was earlier than he initially thought, thus we had to skip the breakfast and coffee, drop him off at the airport, and then go for the shoot. The problem came in, I went to the shoot without my coffee. Okay, so since I was chased away by the security, I'll go to a try and trusted location, the Tolerance Bridge. But don't worry, I did get the shot, which we'll come back to in a minute. Seeing the construction at one of my favorite spots, I felt uninspired and decided a cup of coffee and breakfast sounded like a much better idea, especially when one of our favorite coffee shops is just around the corner. After breakfast, I was just not in the mood to go and shoot a bit more. But I was determined, so the following morning I went back to the Tolerance Bridge, and what a morning it was. Okay, back to my initial shoot. Out of all the skyscrapers in Dubai, I wanted to go for a Guinness World Record one. The world's largest vertical maze. It's a 55-story high building in Sheikh Zayed Road in Dubai.
But the problem because there's a building right next door as well. And I would like to solo out the maze building. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to twist my camera and try to take it like that.
With my initial composition, I managed to find a few black and white photos, which looks really nice with a high contrast and seeing the maze from the side.
Okay, so I'm going to try more of a straight up approach, but as you can see, there is a lampshade, although that's actually a quite cool photo. I might actually take one like that.
And that's when I got my happy accident. By wanting to show the obstacle I've got, I managed to get the perfect photo for this week's challenge. My first challenge for this week's photo was the clouds. I wanted to make them pop and give them a bit of color, but without overdoing it. With last week's cinematic theme still fresh in my mind, I might still have overdone it a little bit, but don't regret the pop of color in the clouds just to complement the very red sign right in front. With only 2 radial filters, feathered at 100%, I managed to light up the lamp. The first one was bigger than the lamp, and that was aimed at the environment the lamp would light up. Obviously, it wouldn't light up the sky, thus I deducted the sky from the masking. Both of these masks, I increased the exposure quite a lot, as well as warm up the color temperature to give that light bulb glow to it. My second radial filter was inside the lamp, like the light bulb I would say. But to prevent it from looking all wonky and washed out, I took down the blacks quite a bit so the lamp shade is still intact and it only looks like the globe is lit up. My last challenge was removing the neighboring building. I really did try everything in Photoshop and ended up using the new generative AI to remove it. But even that needed a few tries to get 100% perfect. So it turns out that I didn't really need the 2 trips to the tolerance bench. I was just a bit put off after the security chased me away, and I didn't trust that I had the photo. If I had gone home, put the photo in, I would have seen that I really did get the shot. But then I never would have gone and had a lovely coffee and breakfast at RX. And more importantly, I wouldn't have gone back to the tolerance bridge and got one of the most spectacular photos of the bridge I've had in my collection. So although I didn't use that photo and not really in theme, no shoot is ever unnecessary, and I'm very happy with the photo I did get that morning. Next week's challenge is the opposite. It's to shoot from above. So join me then to see what I come up with for that challenge. Thank you for watching and see you then. Bye bye.